You could get out wider, but like this is honestly not that bad. Like standing here, it's just the crosshair needs to be over there. Like, we're not in the on angle. We're a bit wide. Yeah, like, you need to rotate. Like the odds that they're gonna hit C here are, as far as I'm concerned, 0. Now, when I say as far as I'm concerned, I mean like I wouldn't worry about it. Could they hit C here? Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure they will in like some of your Lotus games. But you got to understand, you've made presence as the operator. People don't like pushing the op. So the moment after I took that first shot mound, I would be gone. I'd be going towards B. I'm gone. Because players don't push the op. Watch. That guy's an idiot, okay? You get this kill because this guy is so dumb that they're picking deadlock in ranks. Like, that's all there is to it. You're never killing this dude in, like, Immortal 3 because they won't be there.
I got it.
Something B.
Two mount. Raising that one.
Oh my god. Okay. So there's this big plateau that, like, every Immortal player hits around, like, Immortal 2, Immortal 3. And then you find it like impossible to get up to Radiant. And this is exactly why. I'm going to shortcut this for you, okay? If we're watching Governor play in this lobby right now, he's never killing that Omen. He's going to be over here. And you know what? Governor's going to win this game more often than you, okay? I don't care that you killed this Omen. The problem is you're getting dopamine from this kill. And so because you're playing against these worst players, they're like making you a worse player. You're getting this negative feedback loop. Well, it's technically a positive feedback loop where you're like, oh, bet I killed him. And so now you're going to stay C again, like next time. But then your MMR is going to just get you high enough that Riot's going to be like, okay, let's see if he can handle a 300 RI lobby. And then for whatever reason, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. You're going to be like, what the f, man? These guys are cringe. I don't get these kills. What's going on? And then you'll like, your MMR will dip just a bit. You'll play again and you'll get all the kills again and you'll be validated. You'll be like, bet, I'm online again. And it's gonna like, you're not gonna be able to figure it out and you're gonna be stuck. So now here I am, I'm telling you, objectively, you need to rotate after you fire that op without exception. When you fire that op, I want you knifing out, going elsewhere. Hey, Woohoojin here. Did you know that I stream every weekday doing VOD reviews and playing ranked? If you enjoy the videos, the best way to support me is to show up live. If this video was just uploaded, it's very likely that I'm streaming right now. All of my coaching is free, but that means I need to make money in other ways. Please consider supporting me with a Discord subscription if you can afford to do so. I run many live events for my tier 3 subscribers as a thank you for letting me pursue my passion every day. At 2,000 subscribers, I'll be booking a flight out to EU and to APAC to play in-houses on your servers. Thank you for supporting me. Enjoy the video. JETT Lotus. Bet. We are a JETT aficionado. Let's take a look because we seem to be stuck in a low Immortal. Okay. So in these like formations where we're likely not to be really aggressing hard A. I mean, maybe you are about to aggress A with 2 dudes, but that wouldn't be recommended. I like to play back here because it allows you to get to C significantly faster, which is actually really important because one of the most annoying things on this map as a duelist is the fact that it's always C retake.
Just stand right side, I'm gonna walk out.
Okay, you're walking out. It's fine.
Nothing here.
Yeah. This is pretty lazy. You have dash though. It's tough. I'm probably losing that round too, I'm not gonna lie.
Don't see.
Yeah. Okay. So you're holding like really wide while you're playing an angle that's gonna get pre-fired. Additionally, you're playing on the same side as your sentinel with an op. So if the enemy happens to go A, you're basically guaranteed to have to play a retake with an op, which I don't like. I don't like either of these things. I think your killjoy should at least be positioned over here. I'm going to check our pre-round, see what we communicated. But then also our crosshair needs to be tighter when we're playing an angle like this. And like you see why. Like you can notice their gun barrel's already lighting up. This dude is pre-firing us. So they're going to be tight. Like that's just how it is. If you don't know if they'll be tight or not, like you could ask, hey, yo, Reyna, did they pre-fire mound? Because Reyna died mound earlier. And she'd probably be like, yeah, they do. Let's look at our pre-round.
I can op C.
Yeah, if you don't kill anyone and they're coming, just like leave sun and we play retake with 3
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, we don't ask at all. The pre-fire wouldn't be better not play that angle at all. It depends. So it's actually really hard to pre-fire this angle effectively. And notice our hero is pretty wide right now. This wall is quite distanced from that wall. So the line they're pre-firing is likely going to be on our right. You could get out wider, but like this is honestly not that bad. Like standing here, it's just the crosshair needs to be over there. Yeah, we can't win the eco round. Oh, we got a clutch. That. So now this is a little bit less justifiable with how tight you're holding it. Like this wall is what I'm talking about. This wall is like too close to this wall, where now you're really in pre-fire territory, and you know they pre-fire this. Speaking of, you know they pre-fire this. They're not here. Why are we still here?
And no T.
Nice.
My teammates win us the round.
Nice.
Deadlock missed out.
That's really lucky.
And she was also on C.
Yeah. So like here, you just knife out over into this region, and you play stairs and upper. Because look, just think about it. If they end up committing to C anyways, which is not likely, I'm going to call 25% in this elo. Then look, they're pushing into a killjoy setup and 2 who are already here. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's good for us. Okay, let's look at the other sites. Okay, if they push B, uh-oh. Okay, if they push A, uh-oh. You don't belong here. Not anymore. Good first pick.
Can you bait for me here? I'm just
Now
gonna
get
chill
out.
backside.
I got thing.
Something B.
2 stun mount. Raising that one.
Oh my God. Okay.
I can't pick it.
You are way too heavy on your
I
feet
have
right
ulti, I
now.
have ulti.
And you're getting
What is it?
rewarded
When is
for
it?
it,
When
and
it-
it's
when it-
pissing me off. It's actually pissing me off.
What's mount last scene?
So that's me. Killed my motivation to get back up to Immortal 3. Yeah, just bring me a VOD. Like, VOD review is so broken because I can identify these things for you. I can see that kill and say bad kill because I know how to get to Radiant. And so you just bring me a VOD and I shortcut that whole plateau for you. Instead of you being like completely oblivious to this type of mistake that you're making, I can just tell you. I'd be like, that's not good. You got lucky.
Holding CT.
Okay, so right now you have a bad habit again. You're holding as if the smoke weren't here. If the smoke weren't here, they'd peek out this way and right onto your crosshair here, right? Because the wall is here. However, there is a smoke here. And so if they're going to peek out of the smoke, they're actually going to peek out of it right here. You see what I'm talking about? So your crosshair placement is actually completely incorrect right now. It belongs there. Now the odds they peek out of the smoke, very low. But like you're holding it. Thank you.
Yeah, just like
Like you heard me.
nice.
You're just slow.
Oh, he picked water.
In the corner behind box.
Nice.
Joy.
One bend. 80 for Reyna, 21 Killjoy.
Nice.
Joy.
So the reason why this retake is so hard for you is because for whatever reason, you're an op player who bought a sheriff. Or maybe you saved a sheriff. I don't know. But like give it to your teammate and have a shorty. And this whole round is like way easier. Like, where's your shorty? Like if you just smoke and smoke, you can hop down in a bend and GG. But instead you're like awkwardly playing over here.
Joy.
You have to take a fair rifle duel against an ulted Reyna, which is not a fair duel.
One bend.
A bit of an awareness issue there on the Killjoy.
Killjoy turret on me.
I'm walled off.
You need to break that. So that wall is providing them passive information right now, and that wall will last the rest of the round. If you don't break that wall, the enemy team knows for a fact that you have not pushed out through this door.
They can't go B, they have to stick A.
Yeah, like I guess you can see it as a win where they have to stick A, but like they have A site. I'd say the only justification you could have for not breaking it is if you specifically called to the Killjoy right now. Killjoy, they're not going to expect you flank. I'm leaving their wall up, A-Link. If you made that call, like you chose to leave the wall up so that the enemy team worries less about their flank because you have a flanker, I think that'd be valid, except like there's surely a Killjoy turret.
They still have Killjoy with up, like in main somewhere.
Yeah, kill.
Trouble.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, in front of.
Yeah, she's just holding flank with it. It doesn't matter.
Fuck.
Defense, you get like a C. The ghost fight, we need to win that. Like that's just put more practice into your death matches and shit. Like you can play ghost only if you want. I don't know how much deathmatch you play. Not enough. And this win rate is pathetic for somebody in Immortal. It's like, what's my win rate? more than 50%. Like, there is a clear gap between my gunfights and your gunfights, and you need to close it. You play sheriff only in DMs. Okay, that's at least a bit better. I don't know why you would only play sheriff only though. You need to practice your rifle. And even then, I would win more than this sheriff only. For sure. Are TDMs a valid supplement for DM? I would say no. TDMs are fine for like warming up, but I think they're bad practice because they're on unique maps that don't exist in the game. And it's kind of like, you don't practice peeking certain angles. You don't get an intuition for which angles are bad. Like, somebody who's played 500 death matches can tell me intuitively that, I always use this as my example because it's one of the worst peaks in the game. They can tell me intuitively that peeking flowers this way out to A main on Pearl is bad. Somebody who's played like 500 DMs. They can just tell me that. And you know why they can tell me that? Because they've took this fight in DM enough times that they, for whatever reason, it just feels like they can't win it. And you develop this intuition for which fights feel good and which fights feel bad. And that intuition is very important in this game. For example, on Bind, I bet it feels better when you take this engagement when you happen to peek into them. You know why? Because it doesn't matter why. The point is you develop this intuition, but the reason why is because this guy, when they don't see you, is already starting to clear this next angle. And so you're peeking them on a timing. And sure enough, we'll watch like a Jing Pro VOD on Bind, and instead of holding this angle, he'll be trying to timing peek it. So these intuitions, you can develop them yourself just by playing lots of DM and going, what feels right? I bet it feels good to peek out showers and take this fight U-Haul. You know why? Because that peek is good. And that's why you shouldn't be holding showers from this way on U-Haul in like a post plant. You should instead be looking to like peek out on them, because holding is no good, because it's actually, it feels better to be this guy peeking. And importantly, I don't want you to try and think about like why it feels better, because it's complicated and it's unique on a lot of these maps. So instead of worrying about like why and trying to like think about all those qualities on each part of each map, like why does it feel good to peek hookah from backside and fight them? It doesn't fucking matter. The point is it feels good. And that's why Radiant players go for this peek a lot of the time when they're defending B. And playing enough deathmatch, you'll just get these feelings around each map. Which peaks feel good and which peaks feel bad. So I hope that helps. Like, that's why we don't play TDM for practice. You just won't develop that feeling. All right.
Just go.
Go.
All that sheriff only DM just for you to rush a shot at their shoulder. I care that he didn't kill those guys.
Nice.
Blind.
Blind.
Bro, no.
Nice.
Great first kill, but now watch.
I should.
You get ready to Deddy peek. You Deddy peek. But look, you see how you stopped on the angle. You counter strafe. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with counter strafing. I think you played counter strike or something. But look, this is where you would now let go and shoot. But instead, you already start walking. You see how you're holding D again before you shoot? You know why you're holding D? Because you're already thinking about clearing this angle stairs. You didn't peek with intent to kill. You didn't say to yourself before you peeked, there's definitely one holding a main and I'm going to peek them and kill them. You didn't say that to yourself. And so because of that, you've already started holding D and now you're like, oh shit. And even though your crosshair placement was great and your peek was great, blue bar. And that's why you didn't hit them.
You open the lobby door.
You're doing the same here. Like, it's way more clear now. Do you, like, there is no universe that you genuinely think they're door when you're peeking like this. If this were a death match and you knew they were door because you just spawned in and you saw the red circle here, you don't peek it like this. Bullshit. Your crosshair would be closer to here. You wouldn't still be moving. Like, I know you've got the mechanics that have you capable of peeking this correctly, but look, like, you're already holding W, bro. Like, you did not peek with intent to kill a player who's holding door. You just didn't. There we plant.
Door.
One link.
Like in there.
One link.
Yeah, and do you see the difference? You know why you peeked this Reyna with intent to kill? I can tell you.
There?
Because this one's easy.
Yeah.
Because you fucking know she's there. Because you glanced at your mini-map during that shot and you saw from your Reyna's vision cone. So here, because you know somebody's coming, you peek, your crosshair's right on, and you shoot immediately and you dead zone away. Like, perfect. I need that intensity when you're peeking an angle that you don't know for a fact that they're in. Because that intensity is what would have led to you killing this guy right here and opening up the round. And that's the intensity that Radiant players have. Like, let's pull up Sabrosa because he was rank 1. Oh, bet. Watch him fight this guy.
Might be close, right? One's up.
We're immediately shooting. Like, he's so ready for that fight. This guy's also so ready for us. Look how fast we died, okay? When you get closer to Radiant, they're going to kill you this fast, and one of two things is going to happen. And one of them is way more likely. Thing number one, you're going to clean up your act, and you're going to start, like, focusing up before your fight. So you're going to, like, take fights carefully. This is thing number one. This almost never happens. But when your brain correctly identifies this as the problem, you'll do this, and you'll, like, rank up after a bit. But more likely, this is what happens. You go, wow, they're killing me f***ing fast. And so you start shooting earlier to try and kill them faster. Do not do this. No matter how much you want to do this, I'm telling you right now, this is not what you need to do if you want to rank up. Doing this you will get stuck forever. These Radiant players are not rushing their shots. They're not. They're peaking with intensity. They're anticipating fights around every corner, which allows them to shoot earlier without sacrificing their technique.
Don't close. Can we go into tree? Wait, can you flash into tree when I open door?
Yeah, I think we can work on that a lot. Just this intro sequence where we saw no enemies, I don't like it. When there's unknown, the way that you peek and clear is different than when there's known, and we need to fix that. You have to convince yourself that you're peeking a guy. That's like the trick. I don't know how to explain it, other than you have to genuinely be like 100% sure that there's an enemy there. Okay, so let's start back here. So first you should peek here. Okay. In fact, you could have even held here for a bit in case they jump spot, but whatever. You peek out here. Then you come in front. Come over here. And you're like ready. Come over here. Sure, that's fine. Okay. Peek out. Peek out. Peek out. Behind the box. I missed. I'm bad. And then if you think the door is broken on the door, you got to be like very ready to fight. If we look at you,
Flash. Don't close.
right here. See how you're already holding like D?
Wait. I'm gonna pick off you. Just let him come.
That.
Door. 3.
He's not in.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly my point.
Door.
See jiggle, see nothing. Jiggle, see nothing. Jiggle. Why don't you fire your gun as you want peek? Why not? You're not expecting them to be there. You think they're going in a tree, and you're just like, well, okay. So I'm not locked in at the start of the round. Yes, and I think that's a symptom of you don't have enough information. I don't think it's the start of a round thing, like where you're like, oh, I just have to lock in earlier. I'm seeing a pattern of you're locked in when you have information. You're locked in fighting that Raze because you know she's there. You're locked in fighting this Killjoy because you know she's there.
Killjoy, take spike, come A. Kill.
This feels like backwards how we're scaling out C like this. So like ISO and Reyna are like your bodyguards is how you need to think about it, because you're the entry duelist because you've got space, creation, utility. So this first angle is like never a Jett angle in this team comp. Like Jett should never be fighting this first. This should be ISO. ISO can even use their wall to get you up close so you can dash out. Because if you die, like right here, the team has no entry. Because Arena and ISO are not entry fraggers. They don't have space.
Killjoy.
Might be pushing.
So I don't like that we're so willingly taking first contact like that. This round's actually like really close to really good.
There you go.
Nice.
So here you accidentally don't take first contact because you had to get the bomb, which is actually really good. You throw the bomb down.
Wait.
Now the problem is your routing. Here you just need to run up to this choke ASAP. You see how you're routing right because you want to take a duel? Not yet.
The ulti. You go.
And because you route right like this to peak top site,
Waterfall.
that's why you're just a bit too slow to come out behind this Reyna. But it's like so close to being really good. You come out with the flash. Like honestly, it's really good. You wait for the breach ult and everything. I think we could have just done it a little faster.
Waterfall. Basically. Nice GG.
GG.
Unfortunately, on the race at the end there. If you're going to tank the raise ult, you need to tell the teammates. You tell your teammates, like, I'm going to tank that. And that way they won't push with you and die and give her a double kill. Like, it's totally valid to go fight the Raze ult to burn it. I might have smoked earlier, but like, it is whatever. Rotate significantly faster with operator after you establish presence. You're getting rewarded for not rotating only because you are facing weak competition. Don't let them teach you bad habits. Swoop, waiting for you on the other side. We play DM on mute. Nah, it's really a ranked thing. You already have in your hands the fingers that are capable of peeking and fighting correctly. Because I like see it in some rounds. You like PK Link perfectly and you'll kill them. The problem is the anticipation of it all. So like mechanically you're satisfactory. Instead you need to like somehow find a way to bring that fire into those fights that you're not expecting.